It's blowing.
Hey, yo, is this thing on?
Welcome back, guys, to our real recording. And this week we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of doing also a podcast, which you guys can find in the link in the description, everything down below, we're doing an album prediction this time. And you guys know that me and the guys at our recording are really passionate about music. You got even some have worse takes than others. Jairus, Jalen, Marcus. But for this week's episode, we decided to bring two of the biggest super fans of Kendrick Lamar to give our album predictions. So, to my left, you got the coldest co-host in co-host history, 007, Gage Sutton.
Thanks.
Beneath me, it's the most average social media manager in social media manager history.
Still got the job. Still got the job, man. Still got the job. You know what I mean? Still got the job.
Hey, and to my diagonal, it's my husband to be, the one and only,
We got some
the pod father, Travis the Fall.
What up?
And I think the perfect places to start is, since it is Monday, the day after the much anticipated release of the Heart Part 5, I think we should give our reaction, because I didn't think we were gonna get a Heart Part 5, you know what I mean? Like, I thought after the Heart Part 4, we were just gonna get like not necessarily like another series like the Heart, but I thought we were just gonna get a different like solo track, or not even a solo track at all. But what do you guys think about the song?
I think we should let Travis start. Travis has been raving about it.
Let me tell you, boy, man, this is the best produced song I ever seen. Like ever, bro. The morphous of the faces, oh my lord. The lyrics bar for bar put me in a coffin, made me want to cry to my mama, man. He even put a bar in Argentina in his hole, man. He's a god. He's not from this plane, dog.
Hey, bro, as soon as the song came out, Travis texted me just the image of the lyrics, and he said, "Ethan, this makes you cream your pants, right?" And he just circled the word Argentina, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing, dog? Like, you didn't lie, but come on, dog." What?
What are we talking about, man?
All right, we should probably move on to like what we want to see out of this album.
No.
And I mean, Travis, is there something from the Heart Part 5 that you're excited to see in Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers?
Like, I want him to go fully like J. Cole did, one of my other favorite albums, to go all spiritual and all Black hope and all that stuff. I want him to do it still, but relax. Like, I need him to show the people why he's that guy, why he's the number one rapper in the West Coast. I need him to show people why he's like that again.
Hold on, but Travis, you were preaching in the group chat that we should be talking about Kendrick as the GOAT, not just the best on the West Coast, man. And I feel like with his resume already, he's established himself as one of the greats of all time. And now this is just adding on to his legacy. So, but the thing is, when you look at his albums, he's already done so much. What more can he do? Jairus, like, where do you think Kendrick could take it from here?
Someone asked me that the other day, but I'm like, I'm just excited to see it. I don't really have any big expectations. I know he's not going to miss. He hasn't missed in a long time. That's not something I see him doing, but I don't know, man. Like, he going to have to switch it up. I heard it's supposed to be a double album based off what we saw the pictures, but I have no actual prediction. I just think that he's just going to deliver like he always does. And we're going to see what happens from there.
That's not a bad stance to go, because I do agree, like, him teasing on his website, like the double album, the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I do think that Mr. Morale is going to end up being just like the solo edition, where he's going to go a lot more introspective within himself, and it's going to be mostly focused on him and his vocals and his production. And then I think the Big Steppers edition, like the second half, I think it's going to be a lot to do with like just the supporting cast, like his features and just the artists underneath him, because I could see him formally introducing us to a lot of his PG Lang artists that he's gonna have underneath him, like Brent Faiyaz, Georgia Smith, Baby Keem. I could see all three of those being in like the Big Steppers part, because that's kind of how I see this album going.
Well, I had heard the rumors that Kendrick wanted to do something experimental with rock music and make a really good rock rap album, which is something that we don't really see. I mean, we saw Machine Gun Kelly switch entire genres, but when was the last time y'all heard a good rock rap album? If ever.
Didn't Run DMC have the Rock the Bells?
Hey, Run DMC, but I mean, since then,
Yeah, that's a long ass time.
It's been pretty bare. I mean, Trippie Redd, has tried it. I think Trippie Redd has found some success, but that's more punk rock.
He didn't miss completely though. That album was okay.
Yeah. But when I say rock, and when I think of Kendrick taking on this new challenge, I expect him to try something different and kind of go after classical rock music maybe, and add elements of that into his music. That would be really interesting. And just the sample that we already heard on the Heart Part 5 is very encouraging. I'm excited to hear what he has to say.
Isn't that a Marvin Gaye sample?
Yeah. Bro, it was ridiculous. And the thing was, is like, I don't know, like, if you guys heard it too, but like, it was certain songs, as soon as you hear the sample, you're like, bro, I know exactly where that's from.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I felt when I heard the sample. I'm like in my head, I'm like, bro, this is a Marvin Gaye sample. Like he really chose a Marvin Gaye sample for the Heart Part 5. Like, imagine what he's having like left off for the actual album. You know what I'm saying? The
crazy thing is the rollout was very interesting too. I mean, you got people trying to decipher the folders and organize them and put them in certain sessions. Like it's amazing to see how this man comes out the blue, and then people are like taking their time out their day to decipher a fucking link that he's put on his fucking page. That's kind of crazy to me. Like, people are actually taking their time.
So let me ask y'all, we're talking about predictions. Let's talk record sales. I mean, Kendrick Lamar is a guy who hasn't dropped in 5 years. And, in a market that's oversaturated today with hip hop music, this is something that we don't typically get from an artist very often. And Kendrick has made himself one of those special cases where, like Jairus just said, fans will drop everything they're doing to listen to this album. So what do you guys think his numbers are going to look like?
I guess I'll start with, like, I can only compare him to who I deem his peers, like on a not just a rap scale, but like on like a popularity scale. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be like the Drakes, the Coles, the Kanyes, the Futures, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So based on that, like, because
the A tier,
the
S tier,
the S tier, like his last album, Damn, didn't it sell something around 600K copies?
I'll double check that, but that sounds.
And that was 5 years ago. And my whole thing is like, I kind of don't see him hitting 600. Like,
600,000 copies.
Do you think his support has went down over the last 5 years, or?
Yeah, I think it's going down, because I don't see him as the alien that I see, like, streaming wise, as how I see Drake. Like, Drake is an alien, bro. I can book it. He getting you 800, 900.
Yeah.
You can even a million.
I can hop on a song with Drake and I'll have a fucking.
Anyone can.
Yeah.
Anyone can.
You can finally release that diss track that you have me with a guest verse.
He is out anything Drake dropping this year or last year. He's like that. All his following to come out the works like little cockroaches, man, and boost up that sale record on me. Book it.
So, Travis, you think he's gonna outsell what Drake did with CLB?
I don't see that.
No, I don't see that either.
I don't see it.
I think he would.
Well, the thing is, Jairus, too, you got to think about it being a double album too.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Double 20 songs, bro. We love Kendrick. Kendrick is a transcendent artist. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we're not doubting that. Like, I'm just. You know what I mean? Like, double albums don't, like, it's hard. They're hard to pull off, dog. They're really hard. Drake did Scorpion, and it sold a lot, but quality-wise, it wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, compared to other double albums that have been made. And
I agree.
And it's no knock against Drake. Like, even because he is the elite of the elites when it comes to musicians, but double albums are really hard to pull off. And that's the one thing. Because I do think he kind of owes us a lot of music, like, as a selfish, like, music consumer. Like,
5 years, nigga. I was in 10th grade when that shit came out. Like,
bad.
Yep.
Like,
it's been a while.
But do you think what I was gonna say?
Travis was still in college.
Okay. Do you think he's gonna go number one first week? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'll definitely get number one.
Looking
Yeah, but the thing for Kendrick, and this is kind of what I hope for as a listener and as a consumer, as someone who wants Kendrick to succeed commercially too, I would hope that he does include a lot of artists that he hasn't had an opportunity to work with in the past
Right.
5 years. Like,
Mhm.
I would love to see him rap with Lil Baby. Because we know what Lil Baby will do when he's asked to be on a track with one of the guys who are considered, the
Mount
elite
Rushmore.
of the elite, Mount Rushmore,
the
rap
boogeyman
level.
with my guy.
No, Kendrick and Travis, I'm in agreement. Kendrick is the boogeyman, but Gage, I do like that feature list. You know what I mean? Like, because I agree. Like, I've heard him with Thundercat. I've heard him
Right.
now with Baby Keem. I've heard him with like tons of artists. Like, I want to see where he goes next. So I do think there'll be a song with Thundercat and all them, but I just want to see where he goes sound words, because I personally, to me, as like a selfish like consumer, I really want him to go like full cinematic, full like movie style. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay.
Like, that's the type of sound, if that makes sense, because that's the Heart Part 5. It kind of lent itself towards that, especially because I don't think we really touched on it. The music video was phenomenal.
I was just gonna say that. I'm really excited about the music video rollouts, like the visuals. I can't wait to see what he does, bro. Honestly, like, I watched the video the first time. I was confused. I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did I click on the wrong button? Like, the shit was amazing.
You talking about Hearts?
Yeah.
Bro put OJ in the goddamn video. Let that shit sink in. OJ. Yeah.
On Twitter, you see so many people like breaking down that's just one single video. That's a 5-minute video.
People are freaking out.
30 long YouTube videos, 20 long minute YouTube videos. Like, goddamn, like he gave us a 5-minute thing and people are just turning it into a whole different situation. So,
bro, that's what makes Kendrick so special. It's like those I think visuals are so important for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right, because the J. Cole has great visual. Like J. Cole, Drake, they all have great visuals. But I think what he separates, I guess, him and his big three is I think his visuals are amazing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching that, for me, like what really broke my heart was like the Kobe stuff. The Kobe and the Nipsey stuff really, really sat with me. Like I watched that music video already 10 times. Like it's fantastic. And to hear, I don't know if you guys know this, but the person that helped do the CGI, or not the CGI, but the deep fakes for it, is one of the creators, or not the creators, but one of the animators for South Park. Which
Trey Parker, Matt Stone, yeah.
For not them necessarily, but I think it's like one of the guys that works underneath him, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, because they had said something about Kendrick working with them on a new movie that he's working on, and that's what I'm interested to see what he addresses in the album too, where he's been, what has he been doing these 5 years, because there was also a lot of controversy about where he was when all of the riots and all of the protests were going on. Everyone was like, where's Kendrick Lamar, where's J. Cole? Maybe he'll address it. And
Lil Baby took over for him, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. He dropped what song was it? What song was it? You got remember it? Let me see.
I forget the title. I know Jay did that, but I forget
the
the title.
The Bigger Picture.
Yeah.
Lil Baby took all that role for them.
For that time, maybe.
And that's what he with that.
Yeah, but I mean, in that moment, I think a lot of people were wondering where those responses were from the spiritual, the guys, the rappers that are, the top of the list, the Mount Rushmores. Right. So I'm just interested to see what he's been up to these 5 years, and if he's gonna kind of talk about how this creative process has been for him too, because seeing all this stuff, I'm sure has helped him explore something within him that might help this be one of his best albums ever.
Right. And I'm excited to see, there's no album cover yet, right?
No, not yet.
I don't think so.
To see album cover. I want to see if he's going to talk about his decision to leave TDE. I wonder if he's going to put that in the album. I would love to hear about that. Like maybe in an interview, something like, and I also want to see who he's going to interview with. I remember his last interviews are really good. So I want to see those too. I just think the rollout, I think this week is going to be a crazy ass rollout.
Yeah, I could see when this video drops, it'll be Wednesday morning, so hopefully nothing happens between now and then.
Yeah.
But I'd be really interested to see if Kendrick also comes out and does a freestyle like J. Cole did right before the offseason to kind of get his shit off and say,
Right.
hey, I could still kill this shit too in a
my
freestyle.
my whole thing is that like Cole, we seen Cole like before even the off scene, we've seen him run around with his Dreamville artists. We've seen
Right.
him do the Dreamville album. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen Kendrick, bro. Like,
At all.
That's the difference. Like we haven't seen him every once or twice a year. We'll like see a picture of him at a Dodgers game. You know what I'm saying? Like with him just chilling. And like more recently in the past like 6-8 months, we've seen him like run around with Baby Keem. But other than that, like we haven't seen from him. And what I'm most excited because I could see a freestyle. I would love a freestyle, but I think a freestyle comes after the album.
That's fair. I could definitely see that too.
What I'm
I got
most
a question,
excited to see is
bro.
that.
Yeah.
Oh no, you go first, Travis. What were you saying?
So you know how he hang out with Big often. So in the Big Steppers, I feel like he's going to try out all the new beats, all the new like lyric type not J. Cole, Playboy Cardi type stuff, all them type of lyrics and songs he's gonna put on this new album, and I can't wait for him to hop on to shut people up. Oh, if he does that, it will be very, very interesting to see. Do y'all think he's gonna do it?
I think Travis. I think you hit the nail in the coffin because
Yeah.
we've all seen like Family Ties and what was the other song? Or Range Rover.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that verse so bad because people get on my nerves. Like, bro, like, what are we doing, guys? Like,
And Tyler the Creator talked about in an interview. He's like, bro, like I get it. The verse might not be good, but like real artists see what he's doing. Like
yes.
The fact that he's like 15 plus years in the game and he's trying stuff new that you don't see artists do. Like only
exactly
like a handful of like two.
Especially when you're very good, successful commercially. Like, why switch it up when you can just keep doing the same thing over and over again? So
yeah,
Travis, I think you hit something cool with that. I do think he's gonna end up trying those like different cadences.
Hey,
and flows
he's
and
gonna
song
have put at
structures.
least 1 or 2 songs in there just like that, and I can't wait. Oof.
And let's talk about it. This is one of the critiques about Drake that I've had for a while is that a lot of his music sounds the same. He doesn't excel or try to make anything different musically, which brings us to Ethan's conspiracy theory about why this might be a double album. Because if Travis is right and one of these albums is going to be focused on trying out some new things musically and taking advantage of this, I know I'm going to get commercial success because I'm Kendrick Lamar, might as well try something different. This might have a connection to Drake. Ethan, I know you had said something about it earlier.
Waiting to get this takeoff for God knows how many years. And now that I got this mic in front of my face, I can finally get this takeoff. Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been beefing for years, but nobody has seen it. They've been having a cold war for me since Good Kid, Mad City, when Drake, for better or for worse, he bodied him on Poetic Justice. Are we all in agreement? Drake bodied Kendrick on Poetic Justice.
I mean, it's like 60-40. But, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still your body.
It was Drake body Kendrick on that. But my pieces of evidence are, I think the part 4, when everybody thought he was dissing Big Sean, I thought he was dissing Drake the whole time.
Oh yeah, you broke this down to me. Yeah, I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
I think the letter that came out 2-3 months ago that he announced like I'm coming soon, like just beware. I think that letter is to Drake and the other top dogs at the top, but I think more specifically it's to Drake. And I think that when you have like 2 alpha males at the top for so long, you can't like they have to talk. You can't like ignore them forever. And for their whole careers, they've been ignoring each other. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye and Drake. Kanye tried to ignore Drake for as long as he could, but eventually he had to accept it, and he even made a whole album trying to slow Drake down and Watch the Throne with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Cole is, I think, separate in the fact that he doesn't really care about being, up until recently, like, he never really cared about being in that competition with them other 2 or other 3. You know what I'm saying? And
even though he knows he's in it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, but I
knows
think
he's there.
that's been my biggest knock against Cole for the longest is
Well-
like him not acknowledging that competition with them. But I digress. But I do think Kendrick and Drake have never acknowledged each other. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have like they've never acknowledged each other at the top. And I think they've been having a secret cold war between each of their
But
like
though,
respectable camps forever.
That's interesting though, because shout out to CB if CB you're watching this video. He brought up a really good point yesterday when I was talking to him about this. He says that when he thinks of Kendrick as an MC, one of the things he thinks is, and it might be a weird way of phrasing it, but he's all bark, no bite, because we saw Freddie Gibbs come at him and Kendrick hasn't responded. He did the control verse, and that was just kind of to better the hip hop, kind of state it was in to increase the competitiveness, but he wasn't really attacking anyone specifically. And and like you said, Ethan, it's been kind of a low-key beef if there even has been one with Drake. So I don't know if you can say that Kendrick is really out there looking for it or trying to initiate beef.
Because neither one of them have ever really jumped off that ledge. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
say you're the one I'm talking to. Nobody else. I'm talking to you. You know what
It's
I
just
mean?
subliminals.
It's just been subs, which is cool. But I think also that's been, for me, like, if Kendrick has any knocks, it's been that, like, he's not battle tested. If that makes sense from, like, a rapper point of view. Like, we all just assume Kendrick would be dope. Like, just barring up another rapper because of the control verse and because of just, like, how technically gifted he is of a rapper. But we've never seen it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, why would you go out your way to do it, though? Like, I don't see the point.
See, the thing is, I don't think Kendrick's that kind of guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but does he need to be? Because if you think about all the greats, they all been battle tested for better or for worse. We've trashed, like, not we, but like the public has this like soft boy assumption of Drake. Drake is battle tested. We know what he does when it's time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't we had that with Kendrick yet?
I will say that. He can do all that good to get from the start, man.
He lost.
Relax.
Don't get me wrong. Like,
bro got one classic. That's it.
He lost the Pusha beef, but you gotta think all the other beefs he's had.
Right.
That he's been in. Like he's been battle tested. Like Swiss Beats, Fabulous, Kanye. Like he beat Jay-Z. Like he's beefed everybody.
He got to the point where he got them on his songs, performing at concerts with them. Like Drake is.
He's battle tested.
I'm thinking of it like this. Like I see what you're trying to say, but like one thing I would want to see, I want to see him respond to French Montana, dumbass, because that shit on Twitter had me dying last year. I'm like, what are you talking about, French Montana? What are you talking about? No one wants to hear you rap. No one wants to hear this. We don't care. I don't care. Like, what are you talking about? You better than Kendrick for that? You're stupid.
He got more hits.
Well, I feel like y'all are forgetting family ties, man. He told these boys to delete your shit. I'm coming out soon, bro. He told all of them. He didn't give a fuck who it was. Delete shit. I'm gonna drop it. Your fan base is gonna forget about your ass. Am I wrong?
You're not, man. And
he did say that.
And since this is his last TDE album, I guess that's gonna be my biggest one for this album. I want him to finally go out on a ledge and pick his victim. It's been too long.
What you mean?
Like get start a beef, but
okay.
I don't think that's what he needs to do.
Not a beef, not like that. Not a beef, but I'm talking about a rap beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's time. I've been waiting.
But my biggest thing is for what?
For what?
Because
he doesn't need it.
It's not that he has to. My whole thing is that it's more so a rite of passage. All the greats have done it. That's part of rap.
So you thinking like Jay-Z and Nas and
everybody.
You thinking of shit like that? Okay.
Yes. Like think all the greats have at one point said, "I pick him.
Hey,
I pick him. Come to this. Step on this stage with me. Come dance with me."
Doesn't that say something about Kendrick though? That like there are rappers coming for him, and that he just says, "Nah, I'm gonna let my albums do the work. I'm gonna let my body of work do the talking."
Come on, this is rap, dog.
I know he knows he's like.
I mean, he's got the best discography of all time, right? I mean, can we talk about how he has one of the greatest streaks of albums?
But I'm talking about when you talk about the greatest rappers ever, they all could have done the same thing, but it's a rite of passage. That's what I'm saying. Hove's mind, he doesn't think Nas is better than him, but he went and got him. Vice versa. Kanye did it with Hove. He did it with 50 Cent. He did it with Drake. He did it with Lil Wayne. He did it with Eminem. All those guys picked their beefs. Eminem chose Benzino, for God's sake.
Hold on. But what if Kendrick takes more of a Andre 3000 approach? I don't think Andre 3000 was involved in very many beefs, if at all.
But that's one of Andre's biggest critiques, is that he never went out on that ledge. You know what I mean? Like he never had that solo album argument, which I think is stupid. But that's one of his solo album.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah,
he never went out there. But he has the same issue.
Oh, Trav, you got it.
Hey, Ethan, I got a question for you, man.
What's up, man?
So why you want a black man to go against another black man, huh?
Oh God, here we go.
You hear me?
I want to see rappers go against rappers.
Dr. Umar will be very disappointed in you, man.
Ethan, one thing I do want to point out is I kind of see what you're saying, because J. Cole called out Kanye on his Illuminati album when he was like, I dropped the same week as Kanye. And I'm like
yeah, and even Drake and Kanye had tension for the longest
time. That's what I'm saying.
Because Kanye didn't like the fact that he did that, and then Drake, and they had their little tiff. You know what I mean? Like
Kanye buried him.
Huh?
Kanye buried him in that live performance.
But bro, that's the thing, is that I don't think Kendrick is the kind of guy who's going to want to go in and end someone's career. He's just there to ruffle feathers, get the best out of everyone.
Let me put this.
He doesn't need to be.
Let me put this in a sports analogy, right? Eventually, Brady had to talk to Peyton Manning. Eventually, they had to sue each other. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, LeBron had to see Kobe. Eventually, LeBron had to see Curry, Durant. The greats eventually have to see each other. And Drake and Kendrick have never seen each other. When is it gonna happen?
I don't know. I don't think Kendrick's that type of dude. I don't know. Maybe we get
I don't think so either.
I feel like we're just robbed of it. You know what I'm saying? I just want one of them.
Maybe we get surprised. I mean, I don't know, bro. And I also with the Big Steppers concept, I think he's gonna have. I expect one song with him, J-Rock, Absol, and Schoolboy Q to do the Black Hippie thing. I expect one of them.
Hold on. I think that leads us into our next topic. Gage.
Who do we think is going to be featured on this album? So I'll go kind of in a row or in order, and we'll go Travis. Who would you like to see on Kendrick Lamar's new album?
Now, hear me out. I know this is a far reach, man, but I would like to see Playboy. I would like to see Future and 21 Savage.
Repeat it.
One of those three on the album. Out. Just because he's in different fan bases. Yes.
Travis, what'd you say? Repeat it one more time.
Because Future 21 Savage already worked well with.
Travis, repeat it one more time.
21 Savage already works good with J. Cole, and I feel like he can kill something with Kendrick.
That's a great point.
Playboy, Future, and 21.
That was you, Jairus?
No, that's what Trav said.
Oh, Travis, repeat it one more time. I'm like, only because his connection keeps cutting out a little bit.
Playboy Cardi, Future, or 21 Savage. One of the three. I need one of the three on the album.
Jairus?
I do agree with y'all when y'all said it's going to be snippets of PJ Lang members. I do think that they're going to have their hands somewhere in this. It may not be with vocals, it may be behind the scenes, but I do see them all being somewhat a part of this. The Black Hippie, if we're talking about the Big Steppers, it being a double album, I do see him have a song with the Black Hippies, which is Absol, Schoolboy Q, and J-Rock. And then if I was to go like on some extreme shit, like I would want to see J. Cole on it, even though I don't think that's gonna happen at all. Because me and my brother talked about yesterday.
Never.
If they don't do their album soon, no one's gonna want to hear it in the next 5.
Are you talking about the collab album?
Yeah, no one, like if they don't do it now, I don't think anyone's gonna want to hear it.
Really?
You don't think Top Dog already said it's never gonna happen?
Yeah, but I'm thinking like these niggas are grown. Like
And they're liars too. All
and they're liars
are
because doing J. Cole interviews, he'll be like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? We did this, and this, but it never like, I'm like, nigga, it's there. He's just downplaying it. But if it never happens, I guess I'll be okay. But I do think that maybe we get a J. Cole because they work good together. I mean, the Forbidden Fruit, I love that he's on hooks. Even Under the Sun with when he did the Revenge album, you got Kendrick Lamar on the fucking hook, and it sounds great. So maybe we get something like that. Maybe we don't, but I do think J. Cole may make an appearance.
I think there's always that possibility because they have just a mutual respect for each other. And we've seen them, like Jared said, kind of help each other out on albums here and there since their Black Friday collab. But Ethan, who are you interested to see on this new album?
I don't want to say the easy answer and say like J-Rock or SZA or Thundercat, because I do think probably all three of them are on the album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very good chance. Even Keem, I think Keem is like 95, 99% confirmed going to be on there. A name that people don't know too much is his PG Lang artist that just came out that I think is, let me get the name correctly.
Yeah, I was going to mention him, but I didn't know his name. I didn't want to fuck it up.
I think Tana Leone from PG Lang, I think he's going to end up being on the album.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that will be everybody's like introduction to him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just so excited. Like, of course, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to see like a track with him, Drake, and Cole. Like, just that's it. That's the end of the era song. You know what I mean? We're never gonna get it. We're never gonna get it.
That would be crazy.
Of course, I want to see.
Or maybe we start the movement, man. We start putting out the hashtag and make it happen.
I think low-key the reason they would never do it is because people expect so much that if they didn't deliver up to their expectations, they'll be like, "What the fuck? What we do this for?"
They'll lose fans.
Yeah,
not even lose fans. It's just think about it individually. People already hate on Drake for a certain reason. People hate on J. Cole for a certain reason. I see on Twitter people are grilling Kendrick Lamar because his fans are breaking down the fucking video, and someone was like, "Bro, the bitches are leaving," some shit like that. I was like, people already hate.
Oh, you're losing the whole.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
funny,
me, man.
That shit was funny.
It was fun. That bar, he was like, the way he was standing was representing the heart.
The four fucking heart. I'm like, nigga, goddamn.
Like,
but like people talk about Ty Creator fans all day, like how they dress or like how they do certain shit. Like
it's the same thing with Kanye fans. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like they all collected. You bringing all them hating ass niggas together, and they finna have a fucking
field
day. Like
this ain't like if them three on a song and this ain't the greatest song ever made.
Or it causes a civil war within the hip hop community of Kendrick fans and Drake comments being like, "Fuck you, Kendrick's the GOAT," and then other people "No, Drake sold more albums commercially."
Like, it would be
it's crazy.
I would love it, Travis. I'm not mad. A part of me wants. I can expect to a Pharrell song.
That would be
money.
cool.
We got Money Trees. We got on Tip and Butter, we got All Right. I think on Damn he has another song too. I want to say it's Yeah.
Yeah is one of my favorite songs about that album.
I think it's Yeah. But I really would see like I want to see a Pharrell collab again because I love them two together. I would love to see No More Parties in LA Part 2.
Right.
Like, there's so many people I just want in 5 years.
I think I saw on Twitter that song just went platinum like last week.
That's dope if it did. But I mean, what is it? We got when this comes out, we'll have like a little less than 2 days. Man, I'm so excited! I can't wait.
Me too.
I'm excited to see this roll out. I want to see how he's gonna do it. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait. The TikToks are funny. The tweets are funny. I want to see what they're gonna say because it entertains me. It makes me laugh. And Trav, why do you have
appreciate you guys hopping on? I know you guys have been waiting. Travis has been waiting.
I'm part of the Kendrick Church, man.
Part of the man. It's good we have more disciples, man.
Man, I'm a follower.
Well, I think this is a great way to end it, but we will definitely keep updating and talking a little bit more about Kendrick's album. I'm sure it's one we're gonna want to talk about more. So if you liked this video and you want to see more content, make sure you hit the follow button, subscribe, like, do all that cool stuff, and share with your friends too. It really helps us out.
Follow our socials too on TikTok. Jairus, Travis. You're gonna see all these guys on there. We're dropping a new music playlist every Friday. We're running it back with the playlist.
Hosted by me, man.
Hosted by Jairus Jones, man. And then on Twitter, like I said, we'll have more updates about not just the Kendrick album, but other albums like music, sports, everything. You'll see us on there. We'll have votings on stuff like who's gonna be the best stepfather, even though we all know Travis is gonna win, stuff like that. So just make sure to follow all our socials down below.
It's a good time. It's just a bunch of friends hanging out, talking hip hop, sports, literally anything and everything. Man. Yep. So if you guys enjoy, again, please leave a like, subscribe, and all that. We would really appreciate it. But for Are We Recording, I want to say thank you to Jairus Jones and Travis LaFall for joining. It's been the young Rottweiler Ethan Hamilton.
Kendrick,
and I've been 007 Gage Sutton. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
It's blooming.
Hey, is this thing on?